China didn't just grow over the last 50 years. It was reborn. An empire once humiliated by the Opium Wars now stands again, as a dragon. By 2024, China's GDP reached nearly $18.7 trillion. It is no longer just the world's factory, it is becoming the world's laboratory. But somewhere in this story, one graph flips. China's economy rises like a rocket. Its population is falling like a blade. And today we are asking one question. Can China survive its own demographic collapse? Humanity has passed 8 billion people. And yet, for the first time in history, many countries are shrinking. Not because of war, not because of famine, not because of pandemics, but because of normal life. In the past, population collapse always had a visible cause: destruction. Today, the cause is modernity itself. Because modern life changes how we see children. They are no longer extra hands. They are long-term, high-cost investments. And when modern life combines urbanization, education, and extreme competition, birth rates collapse. So when we talk about demography, we are really talking about housing, working hours, career pressure, social insecurity, and cultural change. Demography is the most honest mirror of an economy. Asia's fertility collapse is not just about money, it's about how life is structured. 3 forces dominate. First, hyper-fast development. Many Asian countries compressed centuries of change into just a few decades. That kind of speed breaks traditions, expectations, and family life. Second, extreme urbanization. In cities, homes are smaller, rent is higher, and children are more expensive. So fewer children becomes a rational decision. And third, the culture of competition. In many Asian societies, life feels like a narrow tunnel. Good school, good university, good job. Dignity. But that tunnel keeps shrinking. People say, I'll start a family once I feel secure. But security never comes, so family gets postponed, and then cancelled. China's rise was not accidental. It followed a model. Production expanded, energy consumption exploded, infrastructure spread, exports boomed. By 2025, China recorded trade surpluses close to $1.2 trillion. That is real power. But here is the illusion. A country can grow, while its people quietly lose confidence in the future. And when people lose confidence, the first thing they cancel is children. This is where demographic crises begin. China's population has now declined for 3 consecutive years. That alone is historic. But what really matters is the leading indicator: marriage. In 2024, only about 6.1 million couples got married, the lowest number since modern records began. Why does this matter? Because in China, births are still tightly linked to marriage. When marriage collapses, births collapse next. This means the real crash is still ahead. Yes, the one-child policy was one of the most radical social experiments in human history. But today's crisis cannot be explained by policy alone. That policy did 2 things. First, it reduced births in the short term. Second, it rewired culture in the long term. It redefined what a normal family looks like, and culture does not reset just because laws change. Even after China removed all birth limits, people didn't return to old habits. There are 5 main engines behind this collapse. First, future anxiety. People don't have children when the future feels unstable. Second, housing and marriage costs. In big cities, starting a family requires massive upfront investment. Third, extreme work culture. Long hours destroy relationships before they even begin. Fourth, gender role conflict. Women are more educated and independent, but traditional expectations remain. This creates a brutal trade-off. And fifth, one-child families have become normal. Everything, schools, housing, careers, is built around small families. Large families now feel abnormal. This is not just a money problem, it is a lifestyle problem. 4 major consequences. First, the demographic dividend is ending. China's growth was powered by a massive working-age population. That engine is shutting down. Second, aging costs will explode. Healthcare, pensions, dependency ratios, all rising. Third, the 4-to-1 burden. 1 child, 2 parents, 4 grandparents. This reshapes society. And fourth, Japanification. Without Japan's wealth. Japan aged after becoming rich. China is aging before reaching that level. This is dangerous. China is trying, but globally we see the same pattern. Once fertility collapses, it is extremely hard to restore. Because this is not just policy, it is about city design, education systems, housing markets, work culture, and cultural values. You cannot fix this with cash bonuses. You must redesign life. China's economy may continue to grow, but nations are not built by GDP alone. Sometimes, the future is written in maternity wards. And right now, China's maternity wards are telling a terrifying story. Not of war, not of collapse, but of quiet disappearance. So here is the real question. Can China defuse this demographic time bomb? Or is this the moment when its rise begins to slow?